Why your YouTube channel isn't growing at all, and a simple fix that works at any age. And I'm here to say that when you find a couple little things, I'm talking about that important leverage that everybody wants to find. It helps you build a consistent theme, a consistent routine, and something that gives deliverable results every single time you're on YouTube doing your creating. And that's what we're on about, folks. And all that I ask you for is a like, a subscribe, and of course, every time you like, you feed Charlie, and this dog is hungry. If you have any questions, make sure you leave in comments below because we do love to engage with our audiences. And I guess with that, let's go ahead and move on. If I were to give you a couple actionable steps here in this particular video, something that really delivers some goods to you and some value to the end user, here's what I would say. Think about this for a second. At the end of your video, you should be asking yourself a couple simple questions. I mean, small, tiny, but powerful questions, because if you go through all the trouble of creating a video, if you go all through the trouble of uploading a video, and most of all, if you go through all the trouble with the end product in mind, helping a viewer out, getting a like, getting a subscribe, and maybe even getting a comment, then ask yourself this question. Number one, am I being clear? Yes. Are you really clear on what you plan on speaking to the user about? The viewer here wants to have some type of really specialty content delivered to them when they click on that thumbnail you've created and they do a search using the keyword search that you've created. That's one thing that's really important. So you want to be clear on what you're delivering. The second thing that I would really look at is number two, your consistency. Are you uploading consistently? I mean, let's be honest with you. If you were able to do something 3 to 5 times a week, YouTube will get to know you a little bit, right? And remember, if you're the neighbor who is walking around the block and you never say hi to anybody because you stay inside the house, and all of a sudden you make it a habit of getting outside, then all of a sudden you start meeting the neighbors, you start talking to people, and you start learning a little bit about the neighborhood that you live in. And I'll remind you, if you are publishing YouTube video content on a regular basis, then the people out there who are looking for your content, they get to know you, number one, and equally as important, YouTube gets to know you and your content a little bit better. And maybe you're a lot like me. I learn by reading, I learn by watching, I learn by listening, and most of all, I learn by doing. And maybe the most important thing is, I learn by reflecting on what I've done. Because, you create a feedback loop. And the most important person you can make sure is not the teacher giving you an A+, you're really giving yourself a grade. And with that becomes a very powerful insight. Are you becoming your best critic? So far we've talked about your clarity, we've talked about your consistency, and I'll come back to square one, like, are you clickable? In other words, have you really created a thumbnail that kind of jumps out at people? Remember, I used the analogy before about scrolling through YouTube, and you know what? You go through YouTube and you look for these ideas, these pictures. Does this look cool? Click yes, click no. Hey, the same ways you go through Netflix. They've got hundreds and thousands of videos. The fact is, there's some that are probably wonderful movies that you would love, but if they don't look like they have a cool title, they don't have a cool picture, they don't have a real high rating, you get the picture, you're not going to click. And if you've ever spent like minutes to a half hour to an hour trying to find the right movie to watch, and then you click it for 2 to 3 minutes and you say, this is no good, you get the picture. And when you don't get the deliverables, you become frustrated. You look and say, why the heck am I even on Netflix to begin with? So remember that. Think of it as scrolling through Netflix. Think of it as your thumbnail must really jump out, and it must sell you. It must sell your content. It must pique viewer curiosity and offer a strong opportunity to deliver something that really, really matters. So there's a bonus I'm going to share with you here, and I'm glad you stuck around to the end of the video because that means you're really serious about getting into your YouTube channel. So there is a program out there called TubeBuddy. Just use the free version of TubeBuddy, and TubeBuddy has a free search, right? TubeBuddy will allow you to put in your video titles, and they will offer some long tail suggestions. And when you start doing long tail suggestions, once again, you're finding out whether or not this can really help you create a video with a specific solution for the end user in mind. And once you know what that is, you're able to get a lot of clarity on what you're trying to do. So today, we talked about being really clear, being really consistent, and being really clickable. And if you do those three things, folks, you're really well on your way to having success here on YouTube. Remember, engage, encourage, and inspire. And remember, consistency is the key for success here on YouTube. I'll see you in the next video.